Hey, this is Ben Vaughn with Brewster Consulting Group, and today we're going to be diving a little bit deeper on a recent video about Kaizen to talk more about Kaizen events. So, Kaizen events, if you recall, are an event where you have a group of people from an organization, usually from different parts of the organization and from all levels of the organization, that come together to look at an individual process as to how they can improve that process rapidly. It's really a lab style kind of learning and collaboration where they look at the process on a wall, usually draw it out either with markers or with post-it notes, sometimes using shapes and symbols to be able to identify key aspects of it, and look and see what problems they have and what opportunities they can have to improve it. So now we're going to take a look at a few of the aspects of a Kaizen event. All right, so let's take a look at a few of the top possible things that Kaizen events can fix. So first is defects. So defects are anytime you produce a good and that good has something wrong with it, that's a defect. And so anytime that we can identify the root cause of that defect in your process through a Kaizen event, that's going to produce a more efficient process. Transportation is another one. So anytime you have a human process, let's say that you have to walk across the organization to another building or another area of the building to be able to complete a process, that's going to cause inefficiencies. So if you're able to access everything you need in that one spot, that's going to create efficiencies for this process. Overproduction. So anytime that you understand how many goods you have to produce and not overproduce the number of goods, that's going to create efficiencies. Excess inventory, kind of the opposite side. If you know that you need a certain amount of raw goods to be able to produce whatever product you're trying to produce, the better you can understand that and the fewer amounts of inventory you have above what's necessary, you're going to have efficiencies in your process from that. Waiting. So if you have two parts of your process that are going on and one is faster than the other, the faster one may be waiting around for the slower one. So if there's ways that you can adjust that, maybe the slower process starts earlier, or maybe the faster process can then help the slower process or something like that, you're going to find efficiencies in that way. Unnecessary motion. So any times that when you're creating a product and there's a motion that's not adding value to your final good or your final product, that's something that can be reduced or eliminated, and that's going to create more efficiencies. Unutilized talent. Anytime that you have somebody in your process who maybe has been assigned one specific thing, but actually has the capability to do a lot of things, whether that's something that's more mentally challenging or whether it's something that they can do two at one time. Both of those are going to create efficiencies for your product and reduce your waste. And then extra processing. Anytime that you over process a good or make it more than it needs to be, that's going to be a source of waste that you can eliminate through a Kaizen event. So let's talk about what occurs during a Kaizen event. So typically you're going to get everybody in a room and you're going to start by discussing the problem statement and the goals for your solution. So what's going wrong? What kind of a solution do we want to produce? And how are we going to get there? Next, you're probably going to have a brief introduction for those who don't have Six Sigma or Lean methodology backgrounds to give them a little bit of a history of how that works and what sort of solutions and processes they're about to see. And then kind of comes the big part where you're going to take a look at the process and physically recreate that process. So that's typically done with post-it notes, with markers, something like that, so that everyone can physically see on a board and almost feel and touch the process and understand every single piece that goes in. A lot of organizations don't realize how little they know about their processes. So this is really a key value add for the organization and for the Kaizen event process. Typically after this, maybe you'll take a small break once you've understood the process and maybe talk about how we can improve that process afterwards. So, after we've looked at that process, we can say, all right, let's look at it step by step and see where we can improve. Maybe where's the root cause of these defects, or maybe why are people walking so much when they could be doing everything in one spot. Let's identify those, and these solutions can come from anywhere in the organization. So this is usually going to be the whole Kaizen event is going to have people from the people who are doing the process to people all the way to the senior levels of the organization And having that diversity of thought and experience is going to allow there to be better solutions proposed during this phase. After that, we need to figure out how we're going to actually implement these improvements. So that's a key part as well, is understanding, okay, we have these potential solutions. How are we going to actually do it, and when are we going to do it? What's that going to look like? And then finally, how are we going to measure that improvement? How are we going to make sure that that improvement actually has the intended effect that we wanted from this event? So once we've kind of completed this process, we'll implement that improvement and then measure that improvement over time and make sure we have the intended effect. If it doesn't, maybe we go back to the drawing board and start back from stage one, or we can do something else that would make more sense. All right, and finally, let's talk about why we would use a Kaizen event. So what sorts of events would cause the need for a Kaizen event? So first and foremost, an urgent crisis. If you have a process that has a major problem and you need to make a change quickly to maintain that business continuity, that's a great opportunity to use a Kaizen event. Another reason to use it would be if you're trying to hit a specific target. So if you say, today's the start of Q1, if we're trying to, by the end of Q1, have the process reduce waste by X%, or maybe we want to improve our throughput times of this particular process by X, that is a great way to use a Kaizen event to be able to try to hit that goal in this certain time frame. Another way that a Kaizen event can add value is if your regular improvements are not having the intended effect. If your current process is not doing what it needs to do in terms of improvement on a daily basis, then a Kaizen event, really getting everybody on the same page and looking at it from maybe a different perspective, is really going to add a lot of value to that process improvement plan. And then finally, if you need a cross-functional solution. So if you're banging your head against the wall, just always operations, looking at this problem over and over again, maybe let's take a look at it from a marketing perspective. Maybe let's take a look at it from another area of operations, or from sales, or maybe from an executive level, and see what these people think about this process and how we can improve it. When you get everyone at the table, you're going to be able to really have a good impact and understand that product from all sides. So that's really going to provide a lot of value versus just your typical, one area of the organization trying to improve that process. All right, so thank you guys for your time. I appreciate y'all continuing to watch our Kaizen events and Kaizen videos. If you have any comments on the video, please leave them below. Otherwise, we'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks.